doing this since Prohibition. I came out here on vacation with my parents back in 2009, and my father and I were doing the battlefield tour guides. My mom fell asleep in the passenger seat of the car, really didn't give a damn. So she was reading her book, and that evening we went over to Steinmore Avenue, and we decided she wanted to sign up for a ghost walk. So we went over to Gettysburg Ghost Tours and signed up for the ghost walk with Mr. Captain Chris. After the ghost walk, she enjoyed that, and I said, well, would you like to do a full-blown paranormal investigation? So we signed up for that night. Out of 5 locations they went that night, we came to the farmhouse next door, which is actually the farmhouse which belonged to the farm here back during the Civil War in 1863. Our building here was built somewhere between 1847 and 1849. We had roughly over 1,300 soldiers that were brought here after the Battle of Culp's Hill. We had Johnson's Division of Mule Score here. Roughly about 450 gentlemen lost their lives here on the property. It's kind of a rough guesstimate just because they didn't keep track of all the dead and where they died from, or where they died at, I guess I should say. One of the cool artifacts that we do have is this board that's leaning over here beside the fire escape door. That's actually one of the original table boards on the house next door. You can see the cut marks on it, the blood stains on it. Of course, we have not had it DNA tested to know whether it's animal blood or animal and human blood, because they did obviously butcher their own cows, pigs, chickens, all that fun, happy stuff to eat. So this kind of a romanticize it, we just rather not know. It's kind of one of those mysteries that we have, one of the original table boards. The building here, we do have some, what the heck I want to say, very active and relevant guys that are here. Our resident ghosts, we have 4 different names, and I will not let you hear them until the end of the night if you possibly think you had spoken of one. We know that myself and Jolene know the actual names of the different folks that we have talked to here, and maybe we could see what we can come and get. Really, there's activity everywhere, even here on the property itself. This is actually building inside here was used as a triage area where they did all the surgeries and the amputations and everything in the house. Next door is a surgical wing, and also on the 2nd and 3rd floors of the officers' quarters, because the officers didn't deal with the enlisted bench. Gentleman back then. One of the cool stories we have is a gentleman said he was pulling into our parking lot, and as he was pulling back in that back lot, he swore that he saw a line of soldiers there standing in the tree line, and wanted to know because back when my business partner Paul owned it as Gettysburg, they would always set up tents and encampments back in that middle parking lot, which you guys will be going back here later on to go investigate. They would have encampments back there, and they would come in, drink beer, use the restrooms, whatever, and then we'd go back to the encampment. Well, there was no encampment that was here. There was no guys that were standing there, no soldiers that were standing there in the tree line. But he swears that his headlights, as he pulled up into there, he saw the soldiers standing in the tree line. And then when he got out of his vehicle, he walked over to go see where the encampment was, and there wasn't one. So that was one of the cool experiences. Both the activity here in both the men's and ladies' room, above the men's and ladies' room, playing up here with the cannon, downstairs in the brewery area, as well as in the back room here called the Snug. The small room is back here behind the bar, halfway down the steps between the brew house and the bar area. So plenty of places, like I said, the entire building is pretty much active. We do have a lot of live 3-phase electricity here.